Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. First of all, I would like to say thank you to Borobudur International Symposium Committee that give a chance to us so we can join this symposium. It's such an honor for us to presenting our research. The title of our research is a framework for green roads implementation, green road construction project, a case study in Purworejo Regency. And our team comes from Universitas Muhammadiyah Purworejo. Before starting the presentation, I would like to introduce our team as the author for this research. The first author is me, Larasati Betari Setyaning. The second author is Melinda Dirais ST. And the last author is Mr. Agung Nusantoro MT. This presentation divided into 4 parts. They are introduction, research method, result and discussion, and conclusion. In introduction, I will explain about background of the study, theory about green roads, and aim of this research. How a road can change the life of a society. The development of a country's infrastructure has a positive effect in economic growth. Activities such as trade, electricity, communication, and health also increase with the increasing development of road infrastructure, according to Popova at 2017. When a country invests in building road infrastructure, the environmental impact resulting from road construction also need to be considered, especially if the investment is long-term. According to Park and Han at 2015, the construction industry is the largest contributor to pollution, depletion of natural resources, waste, global warming, and climate change. The energy to build 1 mile of road is equivalent to the energy consumed by 100 households for 1 year in America. The carbon emission produced to build 1 mile of road are equivalent to the carbon emissions produced by 210 passenger cars in 1 year. So the question is how to minimize environmental damage due to construction, especially road construction. In the past, most road projects only aim to promote economic growth and create jobs. Therefore, throughout planning, design, construction, maintenance, and repair, the environmental impact were often overlooked. The construction process not only generates large amount of waste and pollution, but also consumes large amount of natural resources. Therefore, a sustainable approach is need to be applied in construction project, especially road construction. Green roads are road construction projects that are planned and developed to a higher level of sustainability than existing standard practices and use green and low pollutant materials during the construction process. A road can be considered as green road if it is designed with a new concept that include landscaping, ecological sub-elements, waste reduction, energy efficiency, and water and material conservation. The green road concept not only focus on environmental protection but also benefits local communities by providing employment during construction. Green road ranking guidelines in Indonesia consist of 5 categories. Number 1 is environment conservation, water, air, and nature. Number 2 is transportation and society. Number 3 is construction activity. Number 4 is material and natural resources. And the last is pavement technology. That category further divided into 35 subcategory and 84 criteria. The aim of this research is to modeling framework for green roads implementation in Purworejo Regency with ease of implementation and waste reduction criteria. The framework can be used as guidance on implementing green road construction for stakeholders in road construction project and bridging the gap between industry and academia. This research uses primary data and secondary data. Primary data is responses from respondents obtained through filling out questionnaire, and the secondary data is data related to stakeholders who involved in road construction project in Purworejo Regency. The respondent of this research is the core stakeholders who involved in road construction project in Purworejo Regency, consists of owners, contractors, and consultants. Data analysis used in this research is technique for order preference by similarity to ideal solution or known as TOPSIS. TOPSIS used in this research because the concept is simple and easy to understand, computationally efficient, and has the ability to measure the relative performance of decision alternative in a simple mathematical form. The first result of this study is for environmental, water, air, and nature conservation, with the highest preference is reducing air or dust pollution during construction or post-construction. Dust is divided into two types, namely coarse dust and fine dust. If inhaled, fine dust can cause respiratory problems and acute recurrence of bronchial asthma. Reducing air or dust pollution can be done by providing trees. Various types of plants can binding dust to the surface of their leaves. Several types of plants that are resistant to absorbing cement dust include mahogany, tanjung, canary, and red meranti. The second result is for transportation and society category, with the highest preference is the provision of pedestrian access and facilities. The results of this research are in line with Law Number 22 at 2009 that every road used for public traffic must be equipped with facilities for pedestrians and people with disabilities. Pedestrian access and facilities are also very important, especially for areas with the transit-oriented development or TOD concept. The second preference is the provision of access and facilities for public transport users. This is linear with the first preference, where providing access and facilities for pedestrians is usually followed by providing access and facilities for public transport users. The next result is for construction and activities category, with the highest preference is quality of construction implementation assurance by contractor that the construction product meets the quality of the tender process. One of the success factors in road construction project is the implementation of an effective quality assurance programs, according to Sakaverus and Sukiman at 2018. The second preference is coordination between designer and contractor to effective construction implementation time. Communication and coordination is one of the main obstacles in completing construction project in Purworejo Regency. Communication and coordination between designer and contractor is very important in the construction process because basically the construction process is a transformation from conceptual or architectural design done by designers into physical facilities done by contractor. So this is natural if team coordination and communication becomes the second preference. The next result is for material and natural resources category. The highest preference is the reuse of dismantled materials other than soil at local location. An example of dismantled material other than soil that can be reused is dismantling road asphalt as a road foundation layer material. The research conducted by Vidotto et al. In 2013 showed that the addition of 0.5% and 2.5% cement can improve the CPR value by 36% and 84% respectively, so that it can be used as a lower foundation and upper foundation material for highway. Apart from dismantling asphalt, another dismantling material that can be used is dismantling concrete roads. Based on Anka et al. In 2022, the characteristic of the concrete road demolition material fragment meet the force aggregate specification, so they are suitable for use in ACVC mixture. The next result is for pavement technology for vehicle category. With the highest preference is designing pavement surface that can reduce noise. Pavement design that can reduce noise can be done in various ways, including mixing with high porosity, using fine aggregate on the order of 27 mm to 6.35 mm and using additional layers for concrete pavement. The noise value of double layer porous asphalt pavement is generally lower than other conventional pavement. Placing a thinner top layer with a finer aggregate results in lower noise values. This provides a sense of security for road users and provides a sense of comfort for residents who stay close to the road network, according to Hardiman et 2008. The second preference is the use of cold mix for flexible pavement. Cold emulsion asphalt mixtures have a low viscosity level, so they do not need to be heated and do not cause pollution, saving costs and time, according to Teknokonstruksi et 2010. The last research is from pavement technology for pedestrian category, with the highest preference is pedestrian pavement design that maintains the function of the sidewalk. Designing pedestrian pavement that maintains the function of the sidewalk can be done in various ways. For example, preparing a drainage basin cover on the surface of the sidewalk and providing utility boxes. This research aimed to create a framework for implementing green roads in Purworejo Regency based on ease of implementation and waste reduction criteria. Based on data analysis, it was found that the ease of implementation criteria received a higher weight when compared to the waste reduction criteria. However, the difference in weight between the two criteria is not very significant, and both are still included in the important category. The framework for implementing green roads in Purworejo Regency consists of 6 categories. This framework can be used by contractor, planning consultants, and project owners to implement green road construction in Purworejo Regency. This is the end of our presentation. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.